Welcome everyone to the Key Value Retail Technology Podcast. This is episode 2, and we're having an interview today with Simone Pozzi. He's the CEO of Amonica Retail. Well, hi Simone, how are you?
Hi Christoph, very well, thank you.
So Simone, you're actually a retail and fashion evangelist, you could say. You have a very long and great experience in that industry. You've worked for the business, so I think you worked for Geox at one point in your career.
Correct.
You worked in IT, IT for retail. So some of the companies you worked for were, for example, Oracle. You have been the CEO of TXT Retail, one of the leading companies providing retail planning globally. And now you are the co-founder and you are the CEO of Amonica Retail. A fairly new startup, but we're very curious to hear more about it.
Yep.
So the two of us, we've known each other for many years now, and I'm really looking forward to this interview.
Perfect, thank you. Thank you for the nice introduction.
No problem. So let's talk a bit about Amonica Retail. What is it that you actually do?
So we are a specialist of retail planning for the fashion and specialty retail sector. And we cover pretty much all the processes from merchandise planning, assortment planning and buying, allocation, replenishment, forecasting, and wholesale planning as well. So pretty much the end-to-end of the planning processes for this industry.
Yeah, very interesting. And as I mentioned before, you've been in that area for quite a while. You were CEO of TXT Retail until it was acquired by Aptos. And then you obviously had the urge to do something new. And you actually teamed up with the former CTO of TXT Retail, Riccardo Proni. And why did you guys feel the urge to create a new planning solution for retail?
Well, it was 2018, and we felt it was a special moment, and there were three major opportunities, let's say, to improve. One was the past generation of planning solutions were short in terms of ease of use, flexibility, ability to stay aligned with the evolution of the business processes, and even just performance, pure, speed of reaction, and again, the whole experience for the user. This was one major element that we evaluated. The second one was that, e-com had been there for a long time. A lot of experiments on omnichannel had been put in place by many brands and retailers. But at that point, omnichannel became a real heavy channel. And the whole operating model of many of our clients changed. And so there had to be a rethinking also of the models and the way retail planning was designed. So that was kind of the second major element. And the third was, the whole topic of intelligence, artificial intelligence. We like to use the term augmented intelligence, had matured, and not so much, or not only, I would say, on the technology side, but mostly on the with our clients. I mean, they were by that time much more ready to embed intelligence, to have a dialogue between the user and the suggestions from the system. And so we thought it was really a nice moment to rethink and start from a blank sheet of paper, basically, with planning in fashion.
Yeah, I can 100% underline what you're saying, every single topic that you mentioned. I have been also in that area for quite a while, and I totally agree. There was a time for a new solution, for a solution that really takes another step, a level up. And I can 100% agree with what you just said. But what is it, from your perspective, what makes actually your planning solution unique?
So, I mean, we really try to address those three major pillars that I mentioned, and that we have achieved with, first of all, building a solution that was entirely cloud native. We have selected the Azure platform for that, and built a solution that had no reliance on any virtual machine or anything that would slow you down in terms of leveraging the cloud potential. we architected the whole calculation engine in a way that could achieve easily fast performance. And so the whole timing to tune the system to achieve performance, it can be shortened, and the whole experience, both during the project and then when during the usage part of the system is there. We have also tried to embed again analytics as much as possible, and that was in two dimensions. One was to have we leverage a lot Power BI embedded in our application, so people can plan, but also visually navigate the results of their plans, as well as really embedding advanced analytics in the processes, so that we can come up with a suggestion, with a starting point, rather than only asking the user to insert basically their plans and their view of the work. The whole SaaS concept was not only possible through the new technology and the new solution, but also through the fact that we started a whole new company that was built around a SaaS service. So all the processes are designed to serve our clients, and as you know very well, the way we work with you, we also work with our partner to offer a full service throughout the life cycle of the client, not just the project, the entire usage season after season of the solution.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned performance. I just want to add something that I notice every time I, talk with prospects and customers about Harmonica Retail Planning, and that's the great UI. I have to say, it reacts really quickly and really fast. It is, a game changer compared to other planning solutions, but it looks also very nice, to be honest. And I think it's a pleasure to use. And also, so far in our projects, we have had very positive feedback also when it comes to usability and also adoption. So that's something I just wanted to add from our experience. And I mean, I mentioned you're a fairly new company. I think you started the company end of 2018, I think. Is that correct?
Correct.
So together we kind of offered the solution to the market starting in 2019. Yeah. And I mean, I know the market response, but tell our listeners and the audience, the viewers, a bit about that. So what has been the market response so far?
We've had a very good market response. I mean, at first, you heard our message. Our message is a second generation kind of message. It's why can we can do better than existing solutions. And at the beginning we felt maybe only people that went through the pain, let's say, of a planning project would appreciate it. Instead, we found that generally pretty much all the planning managers, planning directors that we speak with fully understand these topics. They've lived it in one way or another. So we saw that the message was really resonating well with our target audience, and we had then the privilege of being selected by many leaders. So pretty much every quarter we have won one major client. So we serve omni-channel brand, we serve department stores, pure play, outdoor retailers. So we have really got a number of segments, a number of countries. We count, I think, 5 countries that we serve right now. And with HQ, of course, if I look at where the stores are, we're already global, but 5 HQ countries. And it's been really positive. What's more important is that it wasn't just the selections, it was the go lives that made us really feel comfortable, because at that point we saw users adopting the solution very, very quickly, very easily, and being happy throughout the whole experience. So we really look forward to more success together with you and with our clients.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree. Going live is on a midterm and long term even more important than winning a new customer. That's for sure, because we obviously want to deliver something together with you that works and that really generates benefits with our clients and customers. So we're looking forward into the future. There's a great potential, and so far it's been an amazing market response, that's for sure. Another, let's say, a bit more it's not negative, but it's a it's a question that I have in mind that I want to ask, that addresses the current pandemic that we're in, obviously. So if you're listening to this, we're right now still in the middle of the pandemic. There's still a lot of lockdowns due to the COVID-19 virus. You can maybe also see our haircuts. So it's
Yeah, also
time.
mine.
Yeah.
I'm a bit behind.
So it's time for a haircut. But obviously it had a huge influence on the whole market, on the whole industry, especially because you are also focused on fashion retail, and mostly stores are closed. And there have been many consequences, not only to the organizations themselves, but also to the way how planning is changing. So how retail planning is changing. What are your thoughts about this? That what are the consequences, and how should they be addressed?
I mean, of course, the pandemic has affected heavily our clients and all of us, but in particular, again, our clients. And that's something that hopefully will change, hopefully sooner rather than later. What we have seen regarding planning specifically is that companies have fully understood the importance of planning in general, and in this special moment in particular, because the choices became even more. I mean, supply chain, decisions, lead times changing, network of stores changing, history, on which you rely not being available anymore. So the need for a planning system that would allow you to replan faster, and be much more reactive and accurate in these moments. It's fully understood by most of the people that we speak with in the industry. So we saw a continued demand throughout the COVID, throughout the whole pandemic, which unfortunately has been lasting for a long time. So yeah, hopefully this will go away, but the capabilities acquired in this process, in this period, to be more flexible and more accurate in planning will remain, and will be useful for the future, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you said, I mean, the need for a flexible planning solution that really makes your life easier as a planner has really increased. It's so important. I was just in touch with a big retailer just a couple of days ago here in Germany, and we have lockdowns continuing from time to time. And yesterday there was another decision to have the lockdown going on until March 7th or 8th. And that means pretty much that all the retailers need to sit down and replan the next couple of months. And if you don't have a flexible planning solution that allows different scenarios, that have a lot of automation included, I mean, this can really kill you. I mean, it's a big mess, obviously. So yeah, Harmonica Retail really helps with that. We're actually already quite almost done. I have one last question. It's not a secret. We are at Key Value, and you at the Harmonica Retail, we're partners, and we have done a lot of, we've achieved a lot during the last years. And just a question to you. So what does that partnership with Key Value mean for Harmonica Retail?
I mean, it's a great partnership. It's a great partnership for a couple of reasons. I mean, one is, we really appreciate the deep expertise, deep domain expertise that you have, and also, the way we've been able to go to market, share a vision with our clients, and then execute on that vision together it's been really, really important for us. The partnership is also very important for us because it is it represents almost the perfect partnership that we want to establish with any other people we might be partnering with in the future, because we want that deep expertise, sharing values, in terms of customer satisfaction and long-term customer satisfaction, and just being able to work as a team and as a one, somebody that together the client can rely on, and not worry that we are one solution provider and one service provider. We are together addressing the long-term objectives of our clients. So that is really a great partnership. I would say the perfect partnership. We look forward to many successes together in the DACH, the Nordics, and beyond, for sure.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, we appreciate it, that's for sure. And we see it the same way. And you said one very important thing, and that is that our customers and clients, they really see us as one. So they don't have any doubt that, their needs, requirements, fears are addressed by all of us, by everyone that is in the team. And that there is a feeling that there is a huge amount of trust between us and Monica and the whole team. So we really enjoy it, and we hope also that this will continue for a very long time. Simone, that brings us to the end of this episode. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Christoph. Thank you, Keep Value, and hello, everyone.
Yeah, and I'm sure we're going to meet again very soon in another episode where we maybe deep dive into topics all around assortment planning, merchandise planning, replenishment, and so on. So I'm looking forward to that. Perfect. Thank you.
Me too. Thank you.